Coming up tonight on Murrow News 8, 3 students wounded in a shooting this afternoon in Pittsburgh.
Plus, Boeing machinists voted today on a contract extension.
And the tax sharing agreement for the Pullman urban growth area. Those stories and more tonight on Murrow News 8.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Amanda Rowley.
And I'm Rachel Trost. Thanks for joining us tonight. Breaking news tonight, 3 students have been wounded in a shooting outside of Pittsburgh High School. Brasher High School officials say a shooter came out of the woods and shot at 3 male students as they walked to a car. The 3 students are reported in good to stable condition at local hospitals. Police are searching the woods near the high school for the shooter, but no other details have been released.
Spokane police said 2 suspects were taken into custody in connection with a robbery last night at Rite Aid. Police responded to a phone call from employees at the pharmacy around 8:30 to reports that 2 men had held up the store before leaving with stolen OxyContin. Police eventually caught the suspect.
In more Northwest news, Boeing machinists cast their ballot today on a proposed 8-year contract extension. Jim Cobb is live in the newsroom with the details on the vote. Jim?
Thanks, Rachel. Boeing machinists in Puget Sound will cast their votes tonight whether to approve a contract proposal which will secure jobs for decades. However, some members of the International Association of Machinists, District 751, have called a no vote on the proposal. They are protesting Boeing's push to end a traditional pension plan and increase their health care costs. Last night, one worker showed up to the union headquarters to talk to his coworkers.
We take pride. I mean, that airplane right there, a lot of us, every day I take pride in that. That's what I'm voting no. I'm voting no, and I'm encouraging a lot of my coworkers to vote no.
There are some workers who say they will vote yes because they believe the proposal will save jobs. Governor Jay Inslee says he is confident that if the IAM approves the contract, the work will stay in Washington. IAM President Tom Roblisky says union members should consider what is best for their families. Roblisky says, quote, "This is an opportunity we will never see again to secure thousands of good-paying jobs in Washington State," end quote. Boeing says it needs a deal to assemble a new 777X in Washington. With the threat of jobs going to another state, lawmakers rushed to approve an $8.7 billion in tax breaks last week. The voting will end later tonight, and we'll bring you results tomorrow. Back to you at the desk.
Jim Cobb reporting the story from the newsroom. Thank you, Jim.
Last night, the Pullman City Council and Whitman County Commissioners held a joint meeting. They discussed a tax sharing plan for Pullman urban growth. The proposal would split sales tax between Whitman County and Pullman 50-50 from developments within the area. No decisions were made last night, but both sides were on the same page about how to approach the proposal.
The Capitol Christmas tree is used for more than just decoration. WSU researchers placed 3 small sensors within the tree that tracked how well it holds moisture. The tree took a 25-day journey from Washington State to Washington, D.C. The research will help scientists better understand post-harvest moisture and improve the quality of Christmas trees available during the holidays.
In more science news, there's been speculation surrounding UFO sighting around the world. UFO expert Robert Hastings paid WSU a visit last week to explain this phenomenon. Reporter Tia Barnes and videographer Trenton Darnell brings us the story.
Not-so-average lecture took place in the Cub Auditorium on Wednesday, November 6th. Robert Hastings, noted researcher, has presented to more than 500 universities nationwide on his findings on identified flying objects. That's right, UFOs.
I've spent 40 years interviewing retired military personnel describing very amazing UFO encounters at nuclear weapon sites.
The Student Entertainment Board throws over 200 events per school year, with 4 to 6 of those events being lectures. The lecture was free for WSU students and $5 for the general public.
Very successful. We had 273 people show up, which 279 people, which was a very great success.
In the presentation, Hastings used slides and a video to show evidence of UFOs. Between the years of 1947 and 1965, Hastings claims there have been a number of UFO sightings and occurrences. Now 65, Hastings leaves the speculation of UFOs to the younger generation.
The amount of government secrecy and cover-ups that are happening and that have happened throughout the century pretty much is what I take away most from this presentation. It just really hits home.
I'll let you decide whether you want to believe in UFOs or not. For more information about Robert Hastings or UFOs, visit ufohastings.com. Tia Barnes, Murrow News 8.
Now when we come back, Chris Shaw will let you know if we can expect snow in the next week. He will have your full weather report after the break.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebird? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun? Can you feel the sun?
Hi, I'm Chris Shaw with your weather. We actually had a moderately nice day today here in Pullman. It got up to 50 degrees outside, and the sun actually showed up in the sky, so that's a little bit something different. Right now it's 38 degrees and the clouds are back, so you might want to put on that jacket when you're walking home tonight. Now tomorrow, the clouds are going to stick around and it's going to be in the mid-40s, and the clouds are going to kind of taper off in the night, but the temperatures are going to dip down into the mid-30s. Now let's take a look at the state map. As I said, 50 degrees here in Pullman and in Spokane in the mid-40s. And in the western side of the state, less precipitation than usual and in the mid-50s. So that's nice to see for them. Central Washington actually getting some sun, which is something that is totally foreign to us. Now, let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. You can expect some snow on Saturday evening, just a little bit light dusting there, and the temperatures are going to get down into the teens. Yes, the teens. So grab those pajamas and stick with those. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Chris. Now, Spokane city officials have made improvements to the traffic communication system. City leaders have added electric signs along some streets to notify drivers of expected road conditions. Drivers can also sign up to receive text alerts if harsh conditions are expected. The improvements come as weather is expected to be harsher than last.
With Thanksgiving only 2 weeks away, the holiday season is quickly approaching. For organizations like the Salvation Army, that is not always a good news. Because the holiday lands 5 days later, then there will be less time for them to collect donations. There will be added pressure this year because the state cut the food stamps program on November 1st. More people are expected to visit food banks this year.
Now after the break, Ariana Chemis will have your sports report, including a look at one event that has kids kicking last weekend. Stay tuned.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Welcome back. I'm Ariana Chemis with your sports for tonight. WSU's women's soccer hosts 2 of the year Pac-12 conference winners. Second-year head coach Kadani McAlpine was named Pac-12 Coach of the Year, and senior forward Michaela Castaigne was named Pac-12 Player of the Year. Castaigne is the 7th Cougar to be named to the former Pac-10 and current Pac-12 first team in soccer. And last weekend, kids were kicking around the soccer ball for a good cause. Reporter Nicole Gardner tells us more.
Last Saturday morning, Washington State University sports management students and volunteers spent their morning running drills and scrimmaging with children. Why, you ask? To put on a soccer clinic to bring the community together and also to raise funds for awareness for children with disabilities and their families, according to event coordinator Scott Monk. The students made a connection to the local families through Families Together Incorporated. So far, the students have raised around $500. The sports management students were hoping to also be able to use some of those funds to take the kids and their families to the Palouse Discovery Science Center.
Working with kids was an absolute honor. These kids are amazing. They're so fun to deal with. They're out here with a positive attitude the entire time. It's amazing. Not a single kid out here has had a bad attitude yet. They're here ready to learn. They're ready to have fun, and it's just been a pleasure to work with them.
The clinic was held at the softball fields close to Rainey Park from 9 a.m. to noon. The event was open to kids from kindergarten through 7th grade, with about 15 kids there ready to participate. The kids were kept busy with a schedule full of drills, scrimmages, raffles with prizes, and pizza to end the clinic right.
Hello! Today's event, Kicking It with Families Together, was definitely a success. The group raised about $700 for Families Together and plans to do this event again next year. For Murrow News 8, I'm Nicole Gardner.
In the NFL, the Houston Texans seasons got a little tougher. The team released safety Ed Reed and placed running back Arian Foster on the injured reserve list. And talk about a chink in the armor, the Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dwayne Bowe was arrested early Sunday for possession of marijuana and speeding. Despite this arrest, though, Bowie will start for the Chiefs against the Denver Broncos this weekend. After the break, Washington's e-cycling program has something to celebrate. Stay with us.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back. Microsoft's IT Academy online training will now be offered for free in libraries across the state. The partnership aims to help Washingtonians prepare for success. The program will provide 3 levels of technology courses. It will teach basic digital literacy proficiency, Microsoft Office, and advanced skills for IT professionals. Washington is the first state to offer a program of this kind. It will begin in July.